Hello YouTube fans, this is the Skull Clown. I'm going to do my top 10 favorite WWE superstars, but before I get to it, I'm going to say that I'm going to throw a bonus here, which is my top 10 favorite WWE feuds. Now, these are just all mixed up together in one. There's like say John Cena's number 10, and I pick Sheamus for number 1. For example, it's not on this list, but for example, don't say that, oh, you think Sheamus is better than John Cena, this and that. It's nothing about who's better. I just pick it the way I go by. I'd be like, okay, this guy, okay, this guy, who's next? Okay, this guy, okay, who's next? Same thing what I did with the feuds. Like, what feud? Okay, this feud and this feud. You guys get it, right? So, don't be like, oh, this feud is not better than this feud because it's the lowest number. No, it's not that. It's just because I picked them off of my head, and I just randomly. So there you go. So anyways, let's start with my top 10 favorite WWE superstars. Number 10, Chris Jericho / Randy Orton. I like Chris Jericho a lot. I love his moonsaults and everything, his moves, and also Randy Orton. He's just crazy in the ring. He fights like a heel. And I don't know why he's not heel now, which is ridiculous. He should be. To me, Randy Orton should be like his father. Be a heel through his whole career. Why is that so? That should be so simple. I thought he was going to be a heel through his whole career, but I guess not. Number 9, CM Punk. And it's okay if I add a diva in. Why not? Lita. And for a bonus, Trish Stratus. CM Punk, what can I say about CM Punk? He's the best in the world. Lita, I put her in because I put Lita and Trish in because it's a really great feud. Obviously, I don't have the feud here, but I'm just gonna say right here. These two talented women know how to fight, and I love their moves. That's what she said. But I love your moves. Anyways, but I love the fighting style that these two women have, and it's really sad that the Divas division, WWE doesn't push them like that. And I know these divas now in the Divas division, they can do so much, and WWE just don't want to push them. But Lita and Trish Stratus are number 9 with CM Punk. Like I said, these are just random. You guys heard. You guys know. If you guys are confused, then whatever. Number 8, The Rock. Not The Rock now. The one around WrestleMania 19 and the Attitude Era. That Rock. So, moving on. Number 7, Rey Mysterio. I'm going to go fast here, that's why. Number 7, Rey Mysterio. The first time I saw Rey Mysterio was when he first appeared on SmackDown. That was awesome, and that's when I became a Rey Mysterio fan. That was just crazy. I loved it. Triple H and Edge. These two guys are actually really... They're one of the best. One of the best. I'm not saying they all are the best of all time. They're one of the best talented guys in the ring, and what can you say? So, anyways, number 5, Kane. The crazy unmasked Kane and the crazy masked Kane. I love these two characters of Kane. I just wish they bring him back, but they can't because it's PG. But whatever. They could have still brought him back even if it is PG. Oh no, WWE's stupid now. But anyways, number 4, Kurt Angle. I haven't seen Kurt Angle in a long time. I know he's in TNA. I barely even watch TNA. Probably I just click channels and be like, okay, fine, whatever. But I really don't pay attention to it or anything. So, I don't know if he is TNA now or not, but I know he's not in WWE. But he said he would like to come back for one more round before he retires, and I can't wait for him to come back. Number 3, Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. Should I even say anything? No, I shouldn't. Number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 1, Eddie Guerrero. Now, if you think Stone Cold Steve Austin deserves to be on number 1, yeah. I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's why I put him at number 2. But Eddie Guerrero, I mean, come on. I had him put him at number 1. Not because he died. Maybe. But I put him there because it's Eddie Guerrero. I was a big fan of Eddie. I'm a big fan of all these guys, so. And all these two girls. So anyways, here we go. My top 20 favorite feuds. Now, like I said, this is all mixed up in my head, blah, blah, blah. You guys, I said it at the beginning of the video. So, number 20, Austin versus Mr. McMahon. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Why is this number 20? Because it's a feud that everyone has always put for number 1. So I decided to put it on 20. It's very common. This feud is very common for people when they put a 20 list or a top 10 list. So yeah, it's very common. I grew up with this feud. Love this feud to death. I fucking love this feud. When Austin spelled B all over the Mr. McMahon and The Rock. Done. May I say even more? No, I should not say more than that. Austin McMahon. It says it right there, so I should not even say it. Number 19. Mankind versus The Undertaker. Again, may I say more? Again, once again, number 18. Kane versus Undertaker. May I say more? Just watch those feuds, you wouldn't know. Yeah, by the way, some of these feuds are kind of like with the same people, so don't be like, how come this is the same? They're all different feuds, but with some of the same people. So, anyways, here we go. Number 17, Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle. This is a great feud. It's really I want to say it's simple. Actually, it is. It's kind of simple. I don't remember it that much because I was young. But it is a great feud. You should check it out. Just like number 18, 19, and 20. All of these are great feuds in my mind. So there you go. Eddie versus Kurt Angle. I mean, that's good. Number 16, Chris Jericho versus Rey Mysterio. This feud was actually really good. I thought it was going to be terrible, but it was actually really good. Chris Jericho always puts his effort to it, and so does Rey. And I'm glad they had a rivalry. I don't know if they had a rivalry in WCW. They probably did. Actually, yeah, they did. They had a rivalry in WCW. So, you know, that started there, and I'm surprised the storyline didn't kick off from there too, but whatever. Number 15, Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy. Which one? Well, obviously it's a feud, so all of them. But you could say the one from WrestleMania 25. That's like my favorite one of all. But yeah, my favorite one. Another one of Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk. Who doesn't love that one? Really, with Jeff Hardy's drug addiction and CM Punk's that he doesn't do drugs or anything like that. It's just terrific, awesome, beautiful. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Should I even say anything? Like some of these, I should not even say anything because it speaks for itself. If you never watched it, go check it out. And probably you've been living under a rock. So, number 12, Generation X versus the McMahons. How can you not love this feud? It was funny. It was intense. It was bloody. I have the fucking DVD, and I love watching it. I might have to buy another DVD because that one's fucked up now. Because I watched it so many fucking times. But it's a great feud. I wish they kept going with it, but, you know, obviously it would get stale and everything. So I could understand. But I kind of wish they went more with it after the feud kind of ended in Unforgiven. Kind of went. But anyways, they ended in Unforgiven in a great note. DX putting Mr. McMahon and Big Show's ass. Great moment, hilarious moment, and good God, that is the biggest crack I have ever saw. That's what JR said. Number 11, Austin versus The Rock. Doesn't have, again, nothing. Austin versus Triple H. I have nothing to say. These are, like I said. Anyways, we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Number 9, Triple H versus Batista. All I have to say about this rivalry is the Hell in a Cell match that these guys had. Holy fucking shit. It is fucking epic. And I missed one on number 12. I think I said it, but I'm going to make sure again. Alright, back to number 12. Number 12 was HBK versus Chris Jericho. Yeah, there's more than 2 in here. There's like actually probably like 4 in one of them or 3. But anyways, HBK versus Chris Jericho. Freaking awesome feud. I like the WrestleMania 19 feud, but when when Chris Jericho threw Shawn Michaels on the TV, and then I think probably it's something else, but I'm calling it fucking TV. We threw him in a TV, then with his eye, then he punched his wife at SummerSlam, and then the match at Unforgiven. Great fucking feud. I am glad this feud happened. I always love when they come back to feuds. I love when they do that. So, anyways, back to number 9. Triple H versus Ric Flair. Let's just say Ric Flair was bloody. You know, bloody to a pope, whatever. Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio. This was kind of... Oh, wait. It wasn't simple. It was kind of moored into Eddie's death. And I was like... I felt uncomfortable. I think everyone did feel uncomfortable about that. I did. I really felt uncomfortable. I was like... Ooh. But it would have... Eddie would have wanted that, you know? But it still felt uncomfortable in my mind. But probably you guys didn't feel uncomfortable. I did. But if you guys did, then you're with me. Also, number 8, because I put 2 here again. JBL versus The Undertaker. Obviously, The Undertaker never won the WWE Championship when he was fighting with JBL. I kind of wish he did, but... Anyways, it was a great feud. JBL is great as a hero, just like Triple H is, and... There you go. It was just a great rivalry. I think it ended too soon. I wish it lasted a little bit longer. I thought it was going to lead up to Undertaker vs. JBL at WrestleMania. Never happened. I kind of wish it did. I think that would actually be an more entertaining match than John Cena vs. JBL. Even though that match was okay, but I mean, yeah, I should have put JBL vs. John Cena here. The rivalry that they had, and then leading up to Judgment Day. Holy fucking shit! That was a good match. Good thing I said it because it wasn't even on this list, but it was a good match. Bloody as hell, though. Was it at Judgment Day or could be gone? It probably wasn't Judgment Day. I'm gonna say that was at Judgment Day. Number 7, Shawn Michaels, Shane McMahon versus Kane. This rivalry ended too short in my mind, but it was the greatest short rivalry I have ever saw. And I wish that Shane and Kane did a little bit more, but you know, whatever. That's fine. It was a great rivalry. As long as it was great, it was fine with me. Number 6, John Cena versus Edge. I kind of like how I loved how the rivalry ended, to tell you the truth, when Big Show picked him up and slammed him through the fucking light thing, what the fuck it's called, and Edge win. Thank God Edge won that rivalry, not John Cena, because he won too many fucking rivalries in WWE, in my opinion. He won the Randy Orton one, the Batista one, he won the Triple H one. Actually, no, Triple H won that one. But, still, too many rivalries that John Cena won. The JBL one, even though we rooted for John Cena then. But anyways, oh shit, I don't want to fall. Anyways, and then also in number 6, Eddie versus JBL. This is actually really good. It was really awesome. I enjoyed the crap out of it. It's still a match that I'll watch constantly because it's so good. So I might watch it after this video. I probably won't because I haven't even slept yet. So Number 5, CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio. Now this match is simple, you know. It's like I fight for, you know, if you lose, you have to join my side. If something like that, right? If you win, that's fine. If I win, you get to join my side. And then it lead up to a cutting hair thing. We haven't seen him cut his hair. So what's there to cut? If you're going to cut Rey Mysterio's hair. But anyway, CM Punk won. I mean, CM Punk lost that match and he got shaved his head. But anyways, CM Punk versus Randy Orton. That's a great rivalry too. They all, like I said, they're all great rivalries. But I do remember when what was it? When CM Punk was like talking about, that's what CM Punk is good at. He loves to put family in it, and a lot of people love to do that. And I would do it too if I was cocky. I would put I'll probably do more than just family. I'll probably do deaths. I'll probably do suicide. I would do a whole bunch of shit that would be illegal. Let's just say that if I was a wrestler, and maybe I should not because I'm creepy like that. Fucking creepy. So some illegal shit. But okay, number 4. Also number 4, Triple H versus Randy Orton. The old ones. Like the ones when Randy Orton became world champion in that one. Not the one that we had in 2009. I think it was in 2009. Rey Mysterio. Triple H versus Randy Orton. WrestleMania 25. Yeah, that match didn't happen. Actually, that match was to me. I think everyone else was like, But everyone says it's the worst main event of WrestleMania of all time. I don't think so. You probably think it is. That's fine. To me, it could have been a lot better, though. But the hype of that match, fucking genius. Fucking genius. Freaking awesome. I wish we had more rivalries like that. And fucking amazing. And it's just the match didn't become what it was supposed to. And a lot of people wasn't into it because, remember, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, even though, you know, it's probably on this list. But, yeah, Undertaker Shawn Michaels, that match, it exhausted everyone, so. It exhausted me. I didn't want to see no more matches. I was like, John Cena versus Edge and Big Show? Yeah, forget that. Put that in another pay-per-view. I watched that another time. I want to leave now. I was just bored to death after that. Let's see. Oh, and also I'm still on number 4. Randy Orton versus Ric Flair. I love the steel cage match that they had together. Freaking crazy! Fucking crazy! How can you... It's like Austin and Triple H. The steel cage. What can you say about it? Nothing. You have to watch it to fucking believe it. It's a great match. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Number 3, WWE versus ECW. I love it when it was around One Night Stand. ECW One Night Stand. I loved it. And then right after the pay-per-view, I guess it went down. To me, I felt it went all the way down after that. But obviously, when it lead up to it, to One Night Stand, it was great and everything. WWE versus ECW. I wish they'd do more of it. Because it's one of those things that... No, forget about ECW. Even though I love ECW to death. The blood, the violence, fucking love ECW. Not that ECW shit that we got from WWE. Fuck that shit. That can go to hell. It had some great moments, don't get me wrong. But that shit was just god fucking awful. Complete. No one, I fucking didn't watch it. After what? After a few years when it came out, I fucking didn't watch it after that. I think the last one that I thought was... I think the last match that I saw in ECW, the WWE version, was CM Punk versus John Morrison. That was the last match I saw, and that was a good match. So, There you go. That was the last time I ever give a fuck about ECW. I can't believe the reason they don't bring it back is because it's illegal now. Fuck you. Also number 3, Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio. I love the feud heading to WrestleMania 7, and it paid off really well. And I'm not saying that. At the time, I was mad that Cody won, but looking back at it now, it's like I'm glad he won because he deserved it. He was a young guy coming in, and he deserved it. And Rey Mysterio was great to work with him. Great match. And by the way, the CM Punk versus Randy Orton fight with heading into WrestleMania 27, the All KO, that's something that's going to be remembered forever. So, alright, number 3. Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels. One of the greatest rivalries of all time. I'm going to have to put this note down right here because I'm going to talk about Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. I wanted this match to happen at WrestleMania 22. But we got Undertaker vs. Brock Lesnar and Shawn Michaels vs. Mr. McMahon. Which I'm not saying that I didn't like those matches. I love them. Mostly because Mr. McMahon got his ass kicked and whatever. But, Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels. That rivalry has been going on, like, since the 80s. I mean, well, not 80s, 90s. But, when it happened on WrestleMania 25, I was very happy. I wanted to shit my pants. I fucking loved the fight. The feud was intense. The promo leading up to the match was amazing. The entrance. I remember when I told my friend, imagine Shawn Michaels coming in with the white suit like the Undertaker. That'd be awesome. I'm like, it's probably not gonna happen. They showed it. I died completely. I was like, I'm done. WWE led my mind. I'm done. This is just. And I didn't care if it was not going to be a great match. It was Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. I knew it was going to be a great match, though. But I didn't know it was going to be that awesome of a freaking match. It was a good match. And then WrestleMania 26, a lot of people say it's, WrestleMania 25 is better than WrestleMania 26 match. Yes, it's true, but it's still a memorable match. It's still a great match. And when WrestleMania 26 happened, when they were fighting, I literally totally forgot that those guys were fighting in the main event. Because, shit happened in my friend's house, like arguing happened, and I didn't pay attention to the pay-per-view. The only part that I saw was Edge spearing Chris Jericho through the barricade, and that was awesome. And then we were still arguing, and then we barely even saw the John Cena vs. Batista fight. And then when I got the DVD, when I got the bootleg version of the DVD, I was like, okay, fine. I mean, I was into it when I first saw the pay-per-view, but anyways. The Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels match. I've been dreaming for that match at WrestleMania forever. And when it finally happened, I was ready to die. I didn't care if I didn't watch the match. I was ready to die. There we go. It's like Kingdom Hearts 3. Once I saw the the teaser, I was like, I'm ready to die. Literally, I'm ready to die. Literally, just end it right now because I'm finished. I'm happy now. So anyways, I didn't care if I played it. I would have been like, whatever. But, okay, this is still number 2. Edge versus The Undertaker. When Edge ended Undertaker's career at Extreme, I think it was One Night Stand or Extreme Rules. Either way, it was still Extreme Rules. When I think I had the DVD, One Night Stand. When that happened, I cried. Because I love Undertaker so much. That was one of my first guys I ever saw in WWE was The Undertaker. I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy that's dead? And who is this guy? I want to know more about him. And I was just such a fanboy. I still am to this day. I don't have posters or action figures. Well, I have one toy of I want to have one action figure of Undertaker. But anyways, I was such a big fan of the Undertaker. And then when Edge retired him, I was like, Edge, fuck you. Like, I didn't want to say, go Edge, die. No, I won't. I would never wish her death upon no one, even though they'll piss me off a lot. But when Edge ended Undertaker's career, I was like, Undertaker had a great run. If it ended right now, it would have been, it was a great run. But I cried a lot when he retired. I was like, when he left, not retired, but when he left, I cried as hell because I thought that was it. But when he came back at SummerSlam to fight Edge inside Hell in a Cell, that match was good. That match was freaking epic. I'm not gonna say it's the best Hell in a Cell match ever, but it is one of the best. But when I say it's better than Mick Foley versus The Undertaker, if I say that, then I must be dying, because that match was good. Main Cam versus Undertaker, and so was this Edge versus Undertaker. And it's funny because when they broke the cage, not literally broke it, but like half broke it, quarter of it, people were booing at both men for going back inside the cage. They wanted to climb up there. I wanted them to do that too, but that cage is pretty fucking big, you know. If Mick Foley thrown across there and he got hurt pretty bad, imagine Edge or Undertaker throwing Edge or Undertaker off the fucking Hell in a Cell. Imagine that would happen, especially Undertaker. If he got thrown off the cell, his career would have ended right there. And maybe Edge too, because he has a broken neck. So I'm actually glad they didn't went up there, because if they would have fall off or the cage would have broke through, that's a long fucking way to fall down. Even what happened to Mick Foley when he fell down the Hell in a Cell, that's a long fall. And yeah, that would have ended both of their careers if one of them would have fallen. And I'm glad they didn't went up, because that shit was crazy. Inside, I wanted them to go. As a wrestling fan, I wanted them to move up. But over time, I was like, I'm glad they didn't, because that shit would have been fucking dangerous. If they were young, like in their 20s or 30s, you gotta go up there and kill yourselves. Go ahead. Anyways, that's just me. But yeah. Edge versus Undertaker. I love it. Number 1. Finally, we get to number 1. I'm tired. John Cena. Now I know you guys are already going to dislike it because I already said John Cena, but hear me out. John Cena versus CM Punk. This rivalry is fucking awesome. I watched the pay-per-view with my uncle. My uncle was like, why are they booing John Cena? I'm like, it's Chicago. They hate John Cena. It's like New York. New York hates John Cena. It's like his hometown. They hate John Cena. When I watched this fight, all I can say that magic happened. Just like any other feuds that I have in this list. All these feuds had one thing, and that was magic. Not literally magic, but like magic spark to it. Because the reviews were great, the suspense was great, the storyline was picture perfect. You could